Self-care is often associated with pampering oneself externally, indulging in spa treatments, taking relaxing baths, or enjoying a peaceful walk in nature. However, true self-care is much more than just external indulgence. It's about nurturing both the external and internal aspects of our well-being to achieve a harmonious balance in life. Externally, self-care involves practices that cater to our physical health and appearances. Taking care of our external self not only contributes to our physical health, but also boosts our confidence and self-esteem, allowing us to present our best selves to the world. Self-care goes beyond the surface level. It also nurtures our internal well-being, our mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Cultivating self-awareness, self-compassion, and self-love are essential aspects of internal self-care. In today's fast-paced and demanding world, prioritizing self-care is crucial for maintaining overall well-being and preventing burnout. By taking the time to nurture both our external and internal selves, we can cultivate resilience, inner peace, and a deeper connection with ourselves and others. Self-care is not selfish. It's a necessary investment in our health, happiness, and fulfillment. If you don't know by now, I am not a surface level type of person. I love going to depth when it comes to conversations to understand the deeper meaning of everything and everyone I am surrounded by. When I hear self-care, I only hear from people that they take care of themselves externally. As for me, I want to make sure that I'm taking care of myself both externally and internally. So if you want to hear more about what I'm doing to take care of myself externally and internally, keep listening because you don't want to miss this episode. And welcome back to another episode of Yours Truly. It is I, your one and only host, Druelee, of course. So if you haven't listened to my previous episode, I gave you guys a little hint at the end of the episode that I will be talking about self-care, or if you want to consider it as self-love, whatever you want to consider it. On this episode, I will be talking more in depth about self-care. Now, in my introduction, you guys already hear that when you ask people, what are you doing to take care of yourself? What are the self-care that you're doing to take care of yourself, right? Or what are some self-love that you are doing? And for the most part, whenever I ask people or whenever people are asked this question, you hear a lot of them answering, or a lot of the answer will be, oh, I'm getting my nails done, I'm getting my hair done, and, I'm working out or whatever, right? But on this episode, yes, I will mention about any or all of the self-care that you can do externally, but at the same time, I also want to mention some of the self-care that you can do internally. So what's the difference between those two, if you were to ask me? External self-care focuses more on the nurturing and the physical body and environment. And as for the internal self-care, it focuses more on nurturing the mental, emotional, and spiritual aspect of well-being. So those are the difference between those two. And again, you can always research that and learn more about the different type of external and internal self-care online. So these are just some of the things that I have done and will be incorporating into taking care of myself. And if any of these self-care is something that you also want to incorporate in your daily life, go right ahead. And again, you can always research some other more ideas that you can do when it comes to taking care of yourself. So the first portion of this episode, I will be pretty much talking to you guys about what are the external self-care that I am doing. And after that, I'll be adding the other portion, which would be the internal self-care that I have been doing and will be doing in my daily life. So it's going to be really quick and simple and easy. Sometimes I like to ramble on, but hopefully this episode, it will be straightforward and that, I'm not just talking because I want to talk. Okay. But let's go ahead and jump right onto it. So for the external self-care, I have 6 total. And like I said, again, you can add a lot more. Just do research because there's plenty of external self-care that you can do for yourself. So the first one that I have been doing to self-care of myself is getting my nails done. And for those who know me, I am a licensed nail tech. Even though I am not taking clients, I'm still doing my nails. So the perks of being able to do nails is that I can do my own and I don't have to pay anybody to do my nails, even though it'll be nice. However, I'm super picky when it comes to getting my nails done. I know what I like, and doing my nails is like therapy to me. It calms me. I'm in my groove. And yeah, I just enjoy getting my nails done. Now, with my hair, I don't care too much for it. I like it how it is, natural, black, long. And if I need it to be trimmed, I can just cut my own hair as well too. So I'm not too worried for my hair. But for those who like to get your hair done, definitely give that a try. I think if I like in the near future, if I have money, I will definitely invest in getting hair extension. I've been hearing some good and bad things about it, but I would love to have hair extension. My hair is not as thick as other women's hair. My hair is very thin, and I believe it's part of genetic as well too, because my mom, her hair is super thin. And so I don't have a lot of hair in my head. I would love to have a lot of hair. I'm still working on it, but eventually, definitely I will look into that in the near future to have long, luscious, thick hair. But in the meantime, I enjoy getting my nails done, along with improving your hygiene, skincare as well too. Growing up, I didn't really know much about skincare routines or actually have a skincare routine. It was more of just washing your face with, I don't know, like a face wash and then just put lotion on. Now I have been adding a lot of different serums to my face, and I've been doing a lot of things that will actually help improve my face. I don't think I have that much wrinkles. If I do, eventually we'll find a way to have less wrinkle. Other than that, definitely have been trying to improve my skin. Been doing a lot of skincare as well too. So for those who haven't started on your skincare journey, definitely take a look into that, especially for us women. As you age, you lose a lot of collagen in your skin, and I've been taking a lot of collagens and multivitamins, just anything that will help my body and will help my skin as well too. So if that is something that you're interested in getting yourself into, go right ahead. And if you have the money to get your hair done or get your nails done, do that as well too. For me, I'm just picky and I know how to do it myself. And it's just a way for me to just, I don't know, be in my zen and be calm. And it's just something that I enjoy doing for myself. So definitely do that if you are looking into taking care of yourself externally. The second one is spa treatments. Now with this, it kind of ties back to the first one, skincare. I know there are a lot of spas that also do face massages. So if you are considering into improving your skin or your face skin, highly suggest you guys to do that. I haven't done that yet. That is something that I am kind of interested in getting myself into. I do want to do those, what do you call it? Like hypodermabrasion. That's what you pronounce it, where they take like a knife and they actually scrape off your skin and all these, dirt, hair, fuzz, and just some random dry skin that's in your face. They actually scrape that off of your skin so that you can have, baby skin basically. And I definitely want to try that. Maybe in the future when I can invest on it, I would definitely do that. Another spa treatments that you can also do is massages. Now for me, I've tried massages before. However, I just don't do it just because I would be too relaxed. it'll come to a point where I'm going to sleep and I'm going to snore very loud. So I stray away from doing massages unless I find myself a man and, he can give me, one-on-one massages. Great. But doing this by myself, I don't think I can do it just because I will end up snoring and it's going to be a huge embarrassment. So for those who enjoy getting massages or will love to get massages, this is something that you can actually do for yourself or taking care of yourself. Along with just having a regular massages, I've heard that there is this massage where I think they call it like the water massage. Maybe it's been different, but I've seen it on my Facebook feed where you can actually get a massage by laying on, I don't know, like a pool of water. Now, it's not those regular pool where like it's like 5 feet or whatever. You actually float. And it's kind of like massages in a way. It helps you to relax, and by you floating, you're letting your body to, I don't know, be more free. Your body's not tense, and I guess it's more relaxing. I will take a look into that, but I've seen that on my Facebook feed, and I actually looked at the website, and it sounds kind of interesting. I don't know what the price is, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty much pricey up there. But if you're interested in wanting to try a different way of getting massages, that's also something that I will recommend you guys to check out. So definitely do that. But yeah, any spa treatments, I do hear that nail salons, they have like spa treatments for pedicures and manicure as well too. Those are a lot pricier. Those are just not those normal manicure pedicures. They have like salts bath, and they put fruits and they do a lot of other things when it comes to doing your manicures and pedicures. So definitely check those out if you enjoy being in a spa environment and getting yourself pampered. Number 3 for self-care externally is shopping for new clothes. You guys, I love shopping. I think that is one of my guilty pleasure when it comes to spending money and just trying to look good. And especially if you have lost a lot of weight and you don't fit your normal size, this is a great way to go out there, go shopping for new clothes and style. And I believe that when you do find the right style for you that works well for your body shape and size, you will attract a lot of people to your life. Make sure that they're good people, okay? But let's say, for example, if you're a woman, if you lost a lot of weight and you went and bought some new clothes, you also vamped up your style as well, chances are you'll be very attracted towards men out there. Sometimes women as well too. So if you, like I said, have worked out and you lost a lot of weight, don't be wearing some baggy ass clothes. Okay, leave that at home. But if you're out and about and doing things or trying to be, I don't know, attracted towards another sex or just to be attractive in general, you want to make sure that you are dressing to par and that you're dressing in clothes that is fitting your body size and that is a style that is in. And if not, whatever style you like, go for it. That's something that I enjoy doing. I just enjoy just going shopping and finding new clothes and just trying to figure out what kind of style I'm into. And of course, as the years go by, the style, it changes. Sometimes it comes back. But if you just want to follow today's trend, today's fashion, definitely always do your research. And number 4, going back to what I mentioned on shopping for new clothes and new style, the reason why you have to, of course, go shopping for new clothes and to vamp up yourself is because of all the workouts that you've been doing. Along with working out, you also want to eat healthy. So with that, just because you're working out, that doesn't mean that you're going to lose all the weight. You also have to be mindful of what you're eating and what you're intaking as well. So eating healthy, meaning that you will have to drink enough water. You'll have to eat food, whole food versus processed food. Spend less time eating out and more time eating at home. And I get it. When you're busy, your schedule is busy. You don't have time to cook. For me, I like to meal plan. on a Sunday, making sure that at least I am able to cook a week of food that I can pack for lunch for work. And then the weekends I can, indulge in eating out or just eating other things. But I do prefer to eat at home just because I know what is in my food and I save money. And even though eating out is something that I also enjoy doing, but I know that it will also kind of screw up with my finance a little bit. And also it does cause me to gain weight as well. And that's something that I don't want to do. So, I mean, of course, eat out when it's necessary. However, don't eat out just because you're lazy and you don't want to cook at home. Like, you went grocery shopping for a reason. You got to cook this food and eat this food. But going back to working out, for me, you guys know me, I hate working out. I really do. You got to be honest with yourself. If working out is stressing you out or it's just something that you don't enjoy doing, you don't have to do it. But for me, I know that I have to work out in order for me to be in the shape that I want to be. And knowing my body, my weight fluctuates. So I know that if I stop working out for like a year, I'm going to gain those weight back. If I work out and move my body on a daily basis, those pounds will shed and those pounds will not come back. And that's just how my body works. Some people, when they work out so hard and eat healthy, they still can lose weight. And so, do whatever works for you. But for me personally, I know that if I move my body for an hour, like working out in the gym or taking a walk or running, I know that I will lose a couple pounds. If I want to tone my body, definitely will have to pick up those weights and lift weights, of course. But also, I have to incorporate eating healthy as well. Because when you indulge in healthier food and having a healthier mindset, what's going to happen to your body? It's going to be toned. It's going to be different. You're actually going to lose a size or 2 inches off of your waist or everywhere in your body. And so you got to take that into consideration. Even though working out can be a pain in the ass sometimes, but do it so that you can be healthy. Make it into a lifestyle. Don't do it just because you're trying to, prove to someone that you can be skinny or you can be healthy. I don't know. Whatever your excuse is or your reason to work out and eating healthy, I say just do it just so that you can live a healthier lifestyle, basically. Make it into a lifestyle. Don't do it for 6 months and then that's it. Like, you gotta put yourself, or basically you gotta have a mindset of doing it daily and not just doing it for a short period of time. So change your mindset, and eventually, by the time you know it, working out will be just an easy breezy thing, and you won't be eating so much processed food. You will actually enjoy the food that you're eating, and overall, it will pretty much change the way your body looks. So that's that. Number 5 is enjoying nature. You guys, I cannot wait until I start first shift, because by the time winter is over, spring and summer comes, right after I get off work, I'm going to use that time to take a walk in the park or in the lake and enjoy nature. I feel like I've been so cooped up at home. I've been a homebody to the point where I'm not actually surrounding myself with nature. And I do have to say that surrounding yourself by nature will actually help you to calm yourself and to actually do a lot of reflecting and whatnot. That is something that I cannot wait for that to happen. I mean, it's kind of like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You can actually go walk in the park or take a hike, and that's part of your workout already. So definitely go out there, enjoy nature, enjoy the sun. Don't be cooped up at home like I'm always cooped up at home. Go out there and enjoy nature. And then the last one, number 6, for externally self-care is decluttering and organizing items at home. So going back to the difference between external and internal self-care, again, external focuses more on nurturing our physical body and the environment that we live in. And so let's say if your house is full of clutter, full of things that you don't really use or it's unnecessary for you to use on a daily basis, it's a good idea to declutter and to organize your things. I do have to say that the moment when I started decluttering and donating items that I don't normally use anymore, I feel a sense of cleanliness, and I feel like I don't have so much of a burden when it comes to living in my home. Even though I live in a one bedroom apartment, like I will like to have a bigger place. I know, right? But because I'm a type of person that has a lot of interests and I have a lot of things, I like to have a bigger space. But I have to be mindful that with inflation and rent increasing, it's not going to go the way that I want. So in order for me to live in a place where I can, at least have my things with me and be able to live daily, I have to declutter things. I have to throw away things. I have to detach myself from certain items, not just hold on to things that doesn't mean anything to me. Like in the past, I tend to be the type where I like to keep things because each item means something. But now it's just easier for me to let go of it and just donate it or just throw it away. I do believe that when you do declutter your things and throw away your things and clean your house, you feel much happier. You feel like very light in a sense of not having so much stuff in your house that is, I don't know, like how would people say it? That would suffocate you basically. Because the more stuff you have in your house, you can't really do much and you just don't feel like you want to clean up at all. So I highly encourage anyone who is, if you're living by yourself or you're living with family, if you want to live in a home that will make you feel at peace and happy and more clean, yeah, definitely declutter and organize your stuff. That way you will eventually feel more at home, more at peace. You don't feel like you have to clean or you don't have to force yourself to make sure that you have to clean. So, because I always like a clean home anyway. So there is that. So that is all of the 6 things that I am doing externally when it comes to my self-care. The next one, I also have 6 internal self-care that I am doing or will be doing for myself when it comes to taking care of me. And the first one is working on my mental mind. So with that, when you're working on your mental mind, it could be a broad type of subject. There's a variety of ways of doing that, but a couple of things that I have done to work on my mental mind is I've been reading books about relationships, reading books about why people divorce, why people break up, why people get married, books about marriage, books about relationship, books about dating, a lot of books about taking care of yourself, just anything that is positive and that is helping me to learn about myself or just learning about what's out there. I'm also reflecting and writing a lot in my journal. And if you guys have listened to my previous episode and the post that I did on my website, this year I want to journal every day. That way, when the year ends, I can take a look back at a certain date and see what my mind was during that day, along with just journaling, basically. Doing a lot more journal. Even though doing this podcast has helped me to talk to you guys and actually encouraging me to talk about my feelings and what I'm going through, I would like to just have a physical copy of what I am also thinking about during that time too. So if you haven't started journaling, highly recommend you guys to do that. That way, if you're a type of person that doesn't like to put yourself on social media, just journal. Journal, that way nobody has to read it. Nobody has to know what's going on in your head. But if you're like me, where, you love to journal and you also want to put yourself up in social media, podcast is the way to go. But at the same time, you got to make sure that it's a positive thing. Don't turn your traumas or the things you're going through into a negative thing. Make sure that it's something that's positive for yourself and for others as well. aside from that, I'm also watching educational videos. Again, videos on dating, the do's and don'ts, about marriage, spirituality, about myself. Just a lot of things that is very educational. If I have like a question in my head, or I want to know the reason why this is happening, I just search it, research it, watch it, and it's helping me. Overall, you want to make sure that you are also taking care of your mental mind as well. What are you feeding yourself with? I highly recommend you to feed yourself with positive things. Even though there are negative things, there could be some like social media posts or like books and videos that are very negative. I say take it with a grain of salt, learn from it, but at the same time, don't take it in if it's not serving you. And so just make sure that you are watching and reading from people who are positive, who means well, who has good intention versus those who just want clout or those who just want money, or they're not really doing it for the betterment for themselves or for others. So just be aware of that, but definitely work on your mental mind. Number 2 is connecting with your spirituality. Now, if you're not the type of person that's into spirituality, that's on you. For me, you guys know I am very spiritual. I do need to continue to work on that, and just trying to be in my spirituality. For those who goes to church, if religion is something that is helping you to, I don't know, become a better person, then definitely connect with your church or any religion that you believe in. If it's helping you in any way, then go right ahead. For me, I just want to connect more towards spirituality, and I've been learning a lot about numerology. I've been learning more about astrology. What else? I'm getting myself into the Chinese zodiac. I also want to learn about how do you connect yourself with spirituality? How do you know what life you lived in the past? Like there's just so much when it comes to spirituality. And even though I'm just on the surface level, I still want to dive deep into it. So again, if you are a spiritual type of person, highly recommend you guys to continue to connect with that, to research and surround yourself with that. If you're a type that believes in God or go to a church or a mosque or whatever that is helping you in the religion side, go right ahead and continue to connect with that. If it's calling you to do that, I say just do it. But also make sure that it's not turning you to a person that you're not. Sometimes spirituality and sometimes religion can turn you backwards or be very negative in a way. So if you are listening or connecting to something that you thought was to better you, but it wasn't really, and it's turning you to become a bad person, then that's not right for you and it's not good for you as well. So just be mindful of that. Like I mentioned on the first one, on your mental mind, make sure that you are listening and following and connecting to people and information that is good for you. But if the moment that you realize that you are changing yourself for the bad, that's not good. You gotta stay away from that and disconnect from those connections. So number 3, aside from connecting with your spirituality, you also want to seek positive support from others. So now if you're like me, where you're single and you're living by yourself and nobody lives with you besides your cat, okay, it's good to seek out other people and talk with them and build relationship. Not only just are you seeking support from other people, but you got to make sure that they're positive for you. So, for example, if your friends or families are very negative, they tend to judge you a lot and they don't really want to help you or see you strive to become the best version of yourself, then those are not the type of people that you want to surround yourself with. There are good people out there, and if you manage to find good friends and families that can actually support you and will be there to listen to you, whatever issues you have or anything that you're struggling with, seek out support from them. If they're not enough for you, or if you don't have good friends or families, you can also seek a therapist or a coach or counselor. And I know that sometimes it takes a while to find the right therapist to actually, get what you're going through. Of course, you do have to pay money in order to have sessions with them. But if you can afford to seek a therapist, definitely recommend you guys to do that. I did that in the beginning of my divorce, and although it didn't really help me, I was just self-aware enough to know that okay, I gotta find somebody who can actually understand me and be in depth with the problems that I have. And so, although the therapist that I worked with didn't really help me, could I have tried my hardest to find another one? Yes. But at that time, I did not have money, you guys. Like, these sessions are no joke. They are a little bit expensive, but if you can afford those, great. And if not, like I mentioned, there's always plenty of free resources online. If you are self aware and you yourself want to better yourself, then you don't need to seek a therapist. However, if you know that you're not capable of doing it yourself and you really, really need help and you don't know where to start when it comes to helping yourself or actually diving deep into like your traumas or the things that you're going through, then please seek a therapist, seek a life coach or a counselor, anyone that can help you. If you have to save money in order to book a session with them, just do that. But if not, if you have friends or families or any support system that will help you, then highly recommend you guys to seek those positive supports. Next, number 4 is meditation. So with meditation, I've done meditation before. I used to meditate in the beginning of the morning and at night. I've done a lot of breathing exercises as well. I do have to say meditation does help calm myself and to actually center myself. I do have to say that I don't do much of that, which I should go back and do. That way I can relax at the end of my night and, of course, go to sleep. And then when I wake up, I am more relaxed and I can focus on what I'm actually doing after meditating. So if you haven't meditated before or you don't know how to begin, I've always go to YouTube and just do like a 5-minute meditation. They have tons of videos that you can put on, and it also guides you when it comes to meditation. There's some that are an hour long, 30 minutes, 10, 15, 5 minutes, whatever long minutes you want to meditate, they have that. It's very calming, and I do enjoy that. And that is something that can actually help you. I also believe that when you meditate, you also do a lot of breathing exercise as well too. And again, you can find videos on that online, especially on YouTube. It will guide you to breathing exercises. Whenever you are in a situation where you have anxiety or you're feeling mad or your mood is just off, breathing actually helps you to calm yourself and to center yourself as well too. I remember when I started having like almost like a panic attack or when I'm feeling anxiety, I just remember to just do my breathing exercises, breathing in, breathing out, and I was a lot calmer. It also helps me to not overthink too much when it comes to those situations as well too. So definitely recommend you guys to do meditation and breathing exercises. If you want a calmer life or a calmer you, definitely meditate. Number 5, it also ties with meditation and working on your mental mind. But another thing to take care of yourself internally is to always have a positive affirmation and gratitude. Now, with this, being positive when it comes to affirming yourself, just on a daily telling yourself that you are enough, you are pretty, you're sexy, you are this and this and this. Along with that, have a gratitude journal too. And if you don't want to write, you can always just say, I'm thankful for this life. I'm thankful for my cat. I'm thankful for food. On a daily basis, you want to have a positive affirmation for yourself and have a positive gratitude towards anything that's in your life. The more positivity you bring to your life, the more you're not going to bring so much negativity in your life. With that, you can just say that to yourself out loud or in your head, or if you're like me, you can write that in your journal. That way you can go back, reread it, reread all the positive affirmations that you've had written for yourself, and any gratitude that you have just for anybody or anything that surrounds you. So I highly recommend you guys to start doing that. The more you talk positive about yourself, you just won't feel down on yourself. You don't feel so much insecurity, and you're more confident. Like your mood and how you act and everything is a lot different. So I say that do that on a daily basis. And if you get when you look yourself in the mirror, just say, you're a sexy bitch, okay? And always be grateful for everything. I'm grateful for my cat. I'm grateful for my apartment. I'm grateful for my job. I'm grateful for having food in the fridge. I'm grateful for anything. Give yourself grace, basically. And you guys have heard me talking about giving grace for yourself and loving yourself. That's all about self-care, self-love, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're okay. And that's just part of the eternal self-care that you can incorporate in your life on a daily basis. And then the last one for the eternal self-care will be engaging in self-reflection. I feel like it ties with everything that I mentioned, but more importantly, when you take care of yourself and you love yourself, you also want to be able to have a reflection of yourself, meaning that are you setting boundaries when it comes to relationship, when it comes to other people? Are you setting goals for yourself? What are the long-term goals you have for yourself? What are those short-term goals that you have for yourself? Are there any accomplishments that you've done so far? And are there any areas of improvements for yourself? Any values that you are still living through, or is there any that you want to add or take away? What are you doing to actually reflecting on yourself? Just going back to everything that I mentioned, at the end of the day, this is your life. You can't depend on anybody to take care of yourself. Let's say if you're in a relationship, you can't always depend on your partner to take care of you. And I always preach this all the time. You have to make sure that you are okay. You got to make sure that you are in a phase in your life where you are okay to take care of yourself. If you're not okay to take care of yourself, then you're not okay to take care of others. As much as you are pleasing other people, as much as you want to do well for other people, you have to take a step back and look at yourself and ask yourself, am I okay? Because if you're not, don't take that burden of taking care of other people. For me, I'm still working on myself. Like, even if I want to take care of other people, if I mentally cannot do it because I'm going through personal things, I just cannot do it. Like, as much as culture and religion will tell you that, oh, that's just part of your role as a woman. You're supposed to cater to your husband. You're supposed to cater to your in-laws or whatever, right? But at the end of the day, when you strip down culture, religion, politics, and all that stuff, and you're just yourself, if you're not okay, don't do it. You have to be honest with yourself. And with that, it goes to setting boundaries for yourself. And if people don't understand that and people don't realize that you're doing it for yourself, then they're not for you. I mean, this is not the best selfish. The best selfish is, I mean, y'all pretty sure you guys seen people who are super, super selfish, who are like super bad selfish, okay? But being selfish in a way of self-caring and loving yourself is a good selfish. You're doing it so that you can become better for yourself. That way you can be better for other people. And, just tying off everything that I explained to you guys and talked to you guys about when it comes to externally, internally self-care. These are just some things that I've been doing and I will continue to be doing. Some of these things can be hard, but I do want to challenge you guys to start doing these things for yourself. Make time to do those things. And I get it. Work can be in the way. Kids can be in the way. Families can be in the way. A lot of things can be in the way. However, I do believe that when you start taking care of yourself, when you start loving yourself first, then you can be the best version for anyone. That's how you can start loving other people. Imagine if you didn't start taking care of yourself, and imagine you being in a relationship or dating other people and getting married and all that stuff. When your partner is expecting you to be a certain way, but you can't, it's because you haven't dived deep into who you truly are as a person. And it all starts with you. And let's say if you got divorced and it's because you cheated, it's because you were a shitty person. Like, you don't know yourself. You don't know what you value when it comes to marriage or when it comes to a relationship. That's just an example, okay, you guys? And so what I'm trying to say is that you're not stupid, basically. You're not stupid. You know yourself. You're capable. If you don't have a disability, you're able to get up early to go to work, make money and all that stuff, then you are conscious enough to know what you're doing in your life. Nobody's holding your hand. It's no excuse. You can't just say that, well, my husband did this and did that, and then I have to do this. No, because at the end of the day, when he's no longer in your life, what are you going to do? Are you just going to mope around and cry that he's no longer there? Or like, what are you actually doing? Like, you have to ask yourself, who am I? Your relationship cannot define you. Your culture and your religion can't really define you either, too. Spirituality can't really define you either. Because when you, like I said, when you strip all those things out, like, who exactly are you? I even have to ask myself, who is Drew? When she's not going to church, when she's not going to work, when she is not diving into spirituality, when she's not into politics, then who is she? And I want you guys who are listening to ask yourself that, who am I when I don't have these things? And if you don't know yourself, you gotta take a step back, take the time to relearn yourself, take care of yourself, improve yourself for the better. And if you are with someone who does not understand that, or they think that you're selfish, that's on you. But for me, if I was with someone who's not serving me in any way, form to bring out positivity in me, I don't want to be part of that circle, okay? And I get it. For those who are married or for those who are in a relationship, it's hard to move on, and it's hard to see where I am seeing. However, just remember that this is your life. You make the choice. You can't complain to other people that, oh, I'm living this life. The person I'm with is this and this and this. But you have the choice. You have the choice to leave or not. You know your deal breakers. You know when you can and cannot move on. And when something happens in your life and you know that this is it, then this is it. It's easy said and done. You don't know what you can and cannot tolerate until it actually happens to you. But I'm just letting you guys know, when things happen to me and I know that it's not right for me, it's just easier for me to just cut it off and just create that strong boundaries. People will say that you're just creating the wall to cover yourself. Yes, to protect myself, because the old Drew, she didn't have any walls, okay? She didn't have any walls, and she didn't know that she can have walls. And so now that she's a lot smarter and she knows that some people are not good people, she has to create that wall in order to protect herself, basically. So what I'm trying to say is that have those walls in a way to protect yourself, but at the same time, you also have to start loving yourself, start taking care of yourself. If you have to tell your partner or your family friends that, hey, I'm going through stuff, I need to take care of myself, let your people know. Don't just appear out of nowhere, okay? Make sure that you are communicating that to people that actually loves you and care for you, because there are people out there that actually do care for you, even if they don't talk to you every day or message you every day. If you're gone, people are going to question. You just have to have discernment. You have to have your intuition up high. You just have to know who those people are and know people that don't serve you at all. But all in all, what I'm trying to say is that on this episode, I just want you guys to just focus on yourself. And I get it, like I mentioned, when you're in a relationship or you're living with someone like friends or families or whoever, and it's to the point where they're stressing you out or you're loving them more than you're loving yourself, you got to take a step back and you got to take care of yourself. It's okay to take care of yourself. Because remember, when you die alone. You are your own self. You are your own individual self. Nobody can take care of you besides you. Nobody can love you as much as you love yourself. Nobody can make you happy unless you make yourself happy. Don't always depend on another person to fill in that void or fill in that gap. You become that person to take care of yourself. And when you actually take care of yourself and you actually know what you want, you'll be with a partner who thinks the same, does the same thing. And when you guys get together, chef kisses. Like, come on. Like, the relationship will work. That's how I see it, though. So that's why I'm so single. Because, yeah, people will say that, okay, you're just thinking too much. You're in your little fantasy world or whatever. No, trust me, I've been there. I've done it. And if I'm not with someone who has the same mindset as me, then I don't want it. My life is already at peace. I'm enjoying solitude. And if I can meet someone that can also feel the same thing, think the same thing, and want more, and is growing as a person, then sure, sign me up. Let's do this. Let's do life together. Let's help each other out. But if it's someone that is just going to drag me down, is going to bring me down, who's not going to uplift me, I don't want that shit, okay? I don't want that. That is all that I have for you guys. I hope that this episode helped you in any shape or form. Again, continue to take care of yourself, continue to love yourself, because at the end of the day, this is your life, your choice. Nobody is in control but you, because you'll be the only one that is going through this journey by yourself. Other people that is in your life are just addition to your life, and it's up to you to either create boundaries that will protect yourself from any negativity, because at the end of the day, we all want to live a happy, positive life. And as much as we go through things that are not good for us, make those bad things into a lesson or something that we can learn from and prevent it from happening again. Other than that, that is all I have for you guys. Again, thank you so much for everyone who has been listening to me and supporting me. Either you, I don't know, like what I'm posting or just listening. Thank you so much. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next episode.